What's up, everybody? Let's get right into the review. We're going to talk about the woke stuff first. Now, a guy asked me this question on Twitter. He said, serious question, how did you make it past all the forced woke garbage? The side mission with the deaf girl and the gay prom dude, bullshit story with Peter being gimped, rainbow/trans flags everywhere, hell, MJ looks more manly than you. Have you finally given in? This is how I responded. Well, this is what I wrote. I never did those side missions, nor would I. You see, fortunately in this game, you have the ability to abandon whatever mission you're on at any given time. The side missions are titled. So like, for instance, helping the one dude find his homecoming date or whatever, some flowers, it says homecoming. So I knew better than to click on that. I don't care. I don't want to do that. I do not give two shits about a platinum trophy. I don't have a single platinum trophy. Not why I play games. In fact, in God of War, I believe the only trophy I need for a platinum is to go hunt down all the birds. I'll die before I do that for a platinum trophy. Okay? So, didn't do those side missions. In fact, I left a lot of side missions because I don't care about the side content. I did do one with an old man and a bird and some birds, and that wasn't a bad mission. That was well written. It tried to pull at your heartstrings a little bit. Wasn't bad. There were some decent side missions. There was one I did with a blind lady and I had to get a robot dog that she thought was like a monster. That was silly, but you know, whatever. That goes without saying. In RoboCop, the game I'm playing now, you know what you got to do in RoboCop on a side mission? I have to literally walk around the police station with a get well soon card for Lois and have different officers sign it. I go to a shower room and talk to a guy while he's in the shower, and he asked me to go fetch his towel for him, and I got to go fetch his towel. It's a side mission. You don't have to do it, but it's lame as hell, and I don't want to do that kind of shit. This has lame side missions too. Fortunately for me, I don't care about side missions. I like the main story. Kraven and Venom were awesome. Peter, with Venom abilities, was a beast. We'll get into that. I didn't see a single rainbow/trans flag my entire playthrough. And that's a fact. I did see a rainbow colored wall. Guess what? I don't care. If you guys knew where I worked, if you knew the bullshit that I've been subjected to, this is mild shit, okay? I'm not worried about a rainbow colored wall or a flag. And I'm too busy zipping around the city with my wingsuit, flying, going, when you swing, you're able to bend around buildings super quick. The traversal in Spider-Man 2 is a massive upgrade from Part 1 in Miles Morales. The traversal is so fun, and it didn't get old. I got 25 hours in the game. 25 hours. It didn't get old. It was a blast. I loved the traversal, and it felt so much faster. Load times were on point. We'll get more into that. MJ missions were trash. There's no way around it. I still see people saying the MJ missions were way better. They were. They were better, but they're still silly. They're still ridiculous. We're talking about elite hunters that work for Kraven. Like, this guy can't be touched by anybody. But MJ's taking them out like nobody's business. Embarrassing, silly side missions. I can't stand them. I hated them in the first one. I hate them still. But luckily in this one, they were faster and they were more tolerable, okay? But I still hated them. Traversal, on point. Let's get to the shining star of this game, okay? The gameplay. The gameplay, graphically, I think it looks amazing. I think it looks spectacular. I think it's technically sound. The way you can move through this open city that looks gorgeous is crazy. The quality is crazy. The cutscenes, the animations. The animations are so top-notch. Some of them, like the ones with Mary Jane where she's like whooping ass, she like moves real slow. I don't even understand why they did that, but like there's a scene where a tentacle comes out. Everything just looks real slow in certain cutscenes. But for the most part, the cutscenes, the animations are super slick. There's a part where you're Miles Morales. I think you've seen the demo. I'm going to insult you with some 1080p gameplay here, and I apologize, but it's all I got access to on the PS5. You're going through water, and whenever you hit triangle, for a quick execution or a quick takedown. The animations are so smooth, and that's one of the things I love. The combat, the animations are so smooth, and the combat here is massively upgraded. It's so upgraded, it's so enjoyable. The amount of options at your disposal to do different moves, to do different combat scenarios. You can keep dudes in the air, go to the next guy, keep him in the air. You got Venom abilities. Miles has a bunch of crazy abilities. Peter's got robot arms that pop out and knock the shit out of people. The gameplay was so fun. So you got the traversal, you got fast-ass load times, you got fast travel that's super fast, you got awesome graphics, you got this crazy open world, and you got tip-top combat. The gameplay was amazing. I love the gameplay. In fact, in 25 hours, the only time I was bored was when I was playing as MJ. That was the only time I was bored. The boss fights were fun. Venom 1 dragged on a little bit. Like, they got, like, you take down their health. So there's circles. There's 3 circles. Health goes down. One of the circles empties. And then you got 2 more circles, the health fills back up. That's like some Dark Souls shit or some Sekiro shit. I've seen it in some other game. Not difficult. I played on amazing difficulty. I'm pretty sure that's normal. Boss fights were smooth. I died a couple times on them. No big deal. Not frustrating. Whenever I died, I felt like it was my fault. There was a couple times where I felt like the game kind of like screwed me over. But for the most part, I felt like I was to blame for my mistakes when I died. But the boss fights were awesome. The cinematics were awesome. Story. A lot of people are complaining about the story. Craven was a freaking beast. I love Craven. I wanted to join Craven. You know what I mean? This guy was awesome. He was like Leonidas the Hunter. I loved him. Venom was freaking awesome. Venom was a beast. Miles Morales won me over wholeheartedly in this game. I like Miles Morales now. Whereas before I was indifferent to him, I felt like he was just being forced in because of you know what. You know what I mean? But in this one, he's well written. He's pure of heart. He's a good ass character with solid abilities. In fact, I kind of got to say I enjoy playing as Miles more than I do Spider-Man. Except for when Peter Parker gets his Venom abilities. Now, when you have your Venom abilities, the game just, it's so fun. I don't know what else to say, man. I had an absolute blast with it. There's a scene where MJ, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a scene where MJ and Peter are talking during like a fight sequence, and she's saying a bunch of shit to him, and he's talking like a little bitch to her. The part was lame, you know what I mean? But guys, what are you expecting in 2023? You know what I mean? Like, what are you really, like, you opened the door for all of this. There's literally female characters in every single game you play now. Every single game. You guys, you opened the door for all of this nonsense. Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2. You're playing as a female for the first half of the game. You know, nobody cares about that. Oh, but there's some flags in the city somewhere in Spiderman. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? You're either, listen, stop playing games because all these developers are lame as hell, and they have people with these ideologies, and they're gonna sprinkle them into their games. It's just how it's gonna go. You got to take the good with the bad. You're not gonna get solid shit like Max Payne 3 or the original Crisis or the original Gears of War. Those games are gone because you guys wiped them out. And now you want to bitch and complain, oh, they're putting new because you've sucked up everything. What do you expect? So yeah, I take what I can get. I take what I can get. And this is what I can tell you about Spider-Man 2. From start to finish, the game is a blast to play. Super fun, super awesome combat. I love Arkham Knight. I love that game. I love the Arkham style combat. Spider-Man 2 beats. Because there were sequences in Arkham Knight that kind of dragged, like with the car. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I still liked it, but it's like I wanted to do more fist combat. I didn't want to have to bother with the car. In this, the only sections I'd take out are the MJ sections. That's it. And those were so short. There's 3 of them. They were so short, so brief. I don't even care. You know what I mean? They went fast. And I was back to playing as Miles. I was back to playing as Peter Parker. Did they give Peter Parker? Yeah, a little bit, till he got his Venom powers. You know what I mean? But Peter's been through a lot of shit. And another thing, it's Spider-Man. I don't give a flying F about the Spider-Man story. And like I never care about a Spider-Man story. I'm watching a Spider-Man movie for the action sequences. I'm watching it for the CGI. That's why Peter Parker wasn't even funny. Peter Parker is never funny to me. I don't think I've ever laughed at a line dropped by a Peter Parker character. Ever. It's not my sense of humor. Okay? It's just not. I like high-octane, fast-paced, kick-ass gameplay. And that's what this game has. And that's what this game excels at. And it is phenomenal. And if I had to rate the game, and I've had a couple days to think about this shit. If I had to rate this game, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I seen a video from Synthetic Man. I didn't click it. He's like, Insomniac, the title's Insomniac's dead. Spider-Man 2's woke garbage. As you suck up Baldur's Gate. You know what I mean? I wouldn't touch Baldur's Gate. Like, look at the perverted nonsense you can do in that game. But that's okay. And I did watch his video on that, and he does call it out. But yet he tells you he loves the game. But this is a problem because of why? Because of some side missions? Because Peter Parker is not as strong as Miles Morales? It just seems like they pick and choose. They pick and choose what to be offended by. Either be offended by all of it, or don't be offended at all. You know what I mean? Me, if the gameplay's good, the traversal's good, and the story's decent, I can live with it, man. I loved it. I love the game. I want to play the game again, but there's no New Game Plus. When it comes out on PC, I'm going to buy it again on PC. Awesome game. 9 out of 10. I hope I didn't insult you too much with the 1080p gameplay. For that, I do apologize. But I hear Miles Morales is going to be the main character moving forward. Good. Miles Morales was awesome. I don't care. Let Miles be the character. Guys, who gives a shit? Okay? The older you get, the more problems you're going to get. And believe me, this shit is minuscule in the grand scheme of things, okay? Look at your world. Look at the world around you. Look at what's happening, all right? The fact that we're able to sit down, chill out, and play a game that's as technically impressive as Spider-Man 2, shit could be a lot worse, man. Shit could be a lot worse. That's my 3rd game I've beaten all year long. My 3rd game. Resident Evil 4 Remake, Dead Space Remake, Spider-Man 2 Remake. Spider-Man 2 is now my game of the year. Yes, debunking Resident Evil 4. Because Spider-Man 2 was a blast from start to finish. There were lots of sections of Resident Evil 4 that weren't, that were kind of boring to me. But anyways, still love RE4, still love Dead Space. I love Spider-Man 2 more. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. Hope you enjoyed the review. Sorry I've been missing in action. I saw a lot of you on my last video asking about me, asking where I've been at. Guys, none of that shit went unnoticed. None of it. I appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate my subs. I appreciate the people that have been checking in on me, not just on YouTube, on Twitter, asking about me. I know I haven't really given you any reasons or anything like that. Because that's just not me. I don't want to vent my personal life. I don't want to go into... I don't want to tell you my problems. You have your own problems. Fuck what I'm going through. You know? If I can get on here and make a video, I'm going to do it for you. I've been in a bad spot. I haven't had any interest in any games until Spider-Man 2. I'm playing RoboCop. The side missions are killing me. They're killing me. I'm just going to stop doing them. I'm going straight for the main missions now. The gameplay's awesome. The shooting feels awesome. So we're going to get into that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the review. I will holler at you later.